Welcome to the second level of the feeding grounds, where that name is gonna finally start making some sense. This chest here just contains a couple more potions. Right outside the door we start hearing a strange noise. Whoa. Let's not mess with that. Let's instead just proceed down the corridor. Ooh. There's not a whole lot in the way of enemies on this level of the feeding grounds. Mostly it's more fire-spitting plants. And unfortunately some boring corridors, which I'll have to pass through multiple times. Like I said, the feeding grounds branch off into multiple other levels, which does unfortunately mean you have to cross through them multiple times. But I'll try to take care of things as quickly as possible. Another point to my gradually building stealth. Oh, we have some company. Alright, buddy. It's you and me.
Where did he go?
I don't know, but he left this conspicuous red feather behind. Let's just collect that and see what he was guarding here. Holy crap. I say we keep moving. Let's just try to ignore what we just saw. Whoa. Well, there's definitely no getting through here. And don't get excited, this is just another stupid empty chest. And a few pointless fire flowers in a dead-end corner. Nothing to do but move on. Pair of fire flowers I need to kill. Sorry, guys. And what do we find at the end of this long corridor? Well, one super healing root at least. And another one of these. Yeah. Right. Well, it's back to the main corridor. See where else it leads to. Well, here's something new. Doesn't look very hostile. Let's see where it's heading off to. And the battle music starts up, even though these things are completely harmless. I guess it triggers because of that magic spell effect that happens when they disappear into the wall. But even though I know that nothing's really going on, it still unnerves me and it's really annoying. Let's just move on from these purple things and see what's over here. A tasty mana circle for one to save Karzak from the brink of death, and a very silent cave-in. Plus a very conspicuous looking rock. And you know what? This rock looks so interesting, I think I'm gonna drop my first translocation circle in front of it. Just in case I might want to come back here soon. There we go. Now all I need is a spell to transport me here. First, let's do a bit of healing. There we go. Now just blow myself out of this little hole. Let's see what's behind this door. What's that sound? Oh dear.
Ah, what a magnificent sample. It has been many years since the scholar has had a chance to study me.
We don't want to wake it.
What is this? The smell of man is on you, intruder. What brings one of your kind here? You've come to view my chains, haven't you?
No, Lady Dragon. I've never seen such a wondrous beast as yourself.
I am Vermitrix Goldenhide, leader of the great dragons. It is my aim to be chained like a common worm.
Can you not break free?
Alas, these chains are bonded with magic.
Well, I am Drake, champion of Stonekeep, and these are my trusty companions. We will do what we can to free your bonds.
You would have my thanks and reward if you did.
Who has chained you?
Those cursed Throgs. On the command of Throggy, they said. Broke the key in half before my eyes. Ran from this room with my flames licking their backside. To be free.
Well, then we will find one of their shamans and ask a very polite question.
It's always nice to have your objectives spelled out for you. So, this is the reason I can only do half of this level right now, because there's a great big dragon in the way of the rest of it. I'll have to find the key to unlock her chains, and apparently it's been broken into two halves. So I may need a little help from a blacksmith. We'll see what comes on our path. Walking further down the hall, we found an odd little underground bouquet of primroses. Well, guess I'll bring them along. Never know if Drake might need to woo that special lady. Incidentally, you can eat the primroses, even though it has no effect at all, and they periodically regrow in this area. Alright, down with magic, back to the spear. Guess I have just a few more enemies to take care of. These guys. Your attacks are so weak, little Shargans. And there they go. Dropping a bunch of nice anti-poison green mushrooms. They also drop another crappy Sharga pickaxe, which I'm gonna leave behind. In this little room that they were guarding, there's a chest, which contains, hey, it's what my journal calls the first half of a very sturdy key. I have a hunch if I find the other half of this key, I'm gonna be very happy.
This rune will create a protective field around the target. The field this rune creates is imperfect, with some gaps that will not provide complete protection.
Ah, sweet. This is a really useful rune. Basically, whenever you pass by a mana circle, it's a good idea to throw this rune on all of your characters. Simply provides you with a bit of magical protection against physical attacks, just like the shield rune defends you against projectile attacks. The armor rune gets a lot more powerful if you power it up with meta runes. Well, I've now done everything I can for now on the second level of the feeding grounds. Kind of at a dead end here. But remember those doors with the magical froggish glyph on them in the first level? Now that I have that red feather that the disappearing frog shaman dropped, I can safely pass through the glyph doors without taking damage. So, there were 2 doors on the first level that were protected by the glyph. Let's head back up the stairs and see what's behind them. Just have to circle all the way back around the dragon. There we go. Down we go again. I guess this is the one instance in Stonekeep where it's actually necessary to track back like this. It's kind of an interesting design. It breaks up the linearity of the game quite a bit, especially with the levels branching off into several directions. Okay. I want to head to the door on the far south end first. Let's see here. This is where the boulder trap was. I'm always a little paranoid when I enter that corridor that somehow the boulder's gonna roll all its way back again, but no, it just rolls down once. Ah, not a hint of damage. Standing around the corner here is a frog shaman, so I make use of the armor rune to power myself and my dwarves up a little bit. And this guy doesn't waste any time talking, he just goes in straight for the kill. Well, it's spearmint time for you, my friend. And he drops, leaving behind not 1 but 2 red feathers. The second half of the key, which is really nice, and a rune scroll. Oh wow, this is absolutely the most useless rune in the game in my opinion, because really what use is a spell that makes the enemy run away from you for a while in a game like this? I don't want enemies running away from me, they'll just circle back on me later and try to hit me in the back. So yeah, the chance of me using the scare rune is gonna be pretty slim. Besides which, it doesn't really work on that many enemies because a lot of them have a quite strong resistance to it. Well, that finishes me in here. You only need 1 red feather in your company to not take damage from passing through the glyphs, but as you'll find out later, there is actually an advantage to having more than 1 of them. There we are. And we pass safely through. Now I have to apologize, there's another arrow trap in here, and I temporarily forgot where the button to shut it off is. So rather than keep searching for it and annoying you, I decide to throw on a shield spell so if it goes off, it at least won't hurt me. There we go. Well, there's the arrow holes. But the trigger to setting off the trap is actually in the other side of the corridor. Can't get through here. And as I step onto this tile, I get hit by some arrows in the back. Oh, that was painless. And it's now that I finally remember where the switch to shut it off is. Because it just bugs the hell out of me. It's right here, next to the door. Oh well. Let's head over to this door and leave the level.
These are the stairs to our plan hall. I will go ahead and announce us.
All right. Should we follow you?
Wait before you enter. I must prepare the guards for your arrival. Since the Froggish incursion, the hall has been on high alert. Farley, why don't you stay with Drake?
Aye. See if those secret project supplies have finally arrived, would you?
They've been gathering dust since you disappeared.
Oh, that should help, yes?
Till we meet again, Karzak.
Till then.
Catch you later, Karzak. Yeah, and I guess I'll catch you later when we enter the Dwarven Fortress. See ya.